What's going on? Just changing water filters. We got an RO system here at the house that comes from the well, and it's the best water in the world. How's your night going? Just pouring this water. You got to kind of depressurize the pipes, or else it makes it super hard to get them off. We're just switching out filters. You got to do it like, I don't know, probably every 3 or 4 months, or try to at least. And you got to remember what to turn off, what not to. It's just long enough where like you forget what's going on. What's going on, y'all? Yeah, I got 2 boys sleeping upstairs, otherwise I would. And then I don't want to wake those dudes up. And I definitely don't want to deal with their mama whenever she comes running down here. What are y'all up to tonight? Anything good? These RO systems are awesome, but these filters are a pain in the butt to get off, and I can never remember which way they go on, and they're just tight enough that you struggle fighting them to be able to get them without trying to break something. Come on, baby. All right. Well, that's going to be anticlimactic if I can't get this off. Let me start with the top one. Depressurize that. There we go. Come on. My wife and I just moved up to Wyoming. We're in Wyoming. Great. What, you mean me trying to take off filters? It's not entertaining? Shocking. What's going on, y'all? Just, excuse me, some of my throat. Changing these filters on a reverse osmosis system, and you do it like every 3 to 4 months. It's just long enough to forget how to do it. So if y'all want to hang around, you can try and figure it out with me. Hopefully I don't break anything. What's going on, y'all? Hope you're having a great night. Just changing the filters on our RO system. We pull it from a well, and we got a lot of iron in our water. Y'all on wells? But we pull it from a well, has a ton of iron up here. We're in Wyoming, and so that's what this thing filters out. It's the best water in the world, well water through an RO. But you got to change these filters every like 3 or 4 months. What's going on, y'all? Just changing the filters on my RO system. If y'all got any thoughts or comments on living up here on a ranch in Wyoming, drop them in there. We got 2 little guys up here with us, and if you didn't hear me before, it's we're on a well, which is an awesome thing, but we have a ton of iron in our well. And so you got to run it through this RO system. Golly. And you change these filters like every 3 or 4 months, and it's just long enough where you forget how to do it, which sucks. You got to kind of relearn it every time. And I am a professional at pretty much nothing, but curious about everything. Hope y'all are having a good night. This is like the last thing it goes through. It's like a infrared thing that kills viruses and crazy bacteria, I believe. If it happens to get into our cistern, which is attached, let me grab a screwdriver. Are y'all on well? City water? What are y'all on? Nothing. Cool. Yeah, we just moved here to Cody. I don't know, a couple years ago, and it was my first experience on a well, and moving out into the middle of nowhere, and having to find your own water and dig for it. It's definitely was a process, digging a well, and it. Yeah, the first one off. Oh, when you pull these off, you're gonna get wet. So I usually, if it's not summer, it can be nasty, and we've had a lot of warm weather, which makes it not quite as cold. That's what it looks like inside. All the iron in there. Ugh, nasty. So you just pull these off, change the filters, put it back on, and it'll rock and roll. Where you at up? I wish we had a well where we didn't have to do the RO system, but it's definitely not uncommon in Wyoming. Just because of all that iron, you can see you don't want to be drinking that day in and day out. That'd be nasty. Get you real sick. But here our well's about 200 and something feet, 220. Yo, man. Yo, what's going on, man? I used to play some Fortnite. It's been decades. People still playing Fortnite? That was fun. Good times. I think this make me a nerd, but I I really liked, it's the only one like this that I really got into, but I really liked Overwatch when that was out. That was a fun game. That was cool. I forget, I liked, who did I main? I mained like Mercy and whatever the big like bunny rabbit tank was. Oh, Fortnite's still around, awesome. Nice, man. Yeah, they're good times. I feel like there's, with Fortnite being around so long, I'm surprised they can keep up and keep updating, but they were coming out with a lot of cool updates all the time. Whoever puts that game together does a pretty good job, that's for sure. Of course you are, touch grass. No, yeah. What was the? There was another one. Again, you guys will have to forgive me. Me, 5 years ago, would beat me up for not being up on the games because I used to love the game. I used to do a streaming channel with a guy named Jerry Ferreira who was on Entourage for a long time, and another actor buddy of mine, Logan Marshall Green, and we used to play. I'm trying to think of the other ones we played. That other. It's kind of like Fortnite, but a little bit more realistic. Not the computer one, but it was on Xbox. And then, like I said, Overwatch we really got into. Oh, I love the Battlefield 1. That was a great game. Yeah, food, that's for sure. What's your go-to, man? I feel like up here in Wyoming, I've always been a steak guy, but up here there's just such good beef. Yeah, was it Call of Duty? Is that what it was? I wanted to say Call of Duty, but then for some reason that didn't seem right to me. Yeah, what's your, either one, what y'all's go to? I'll tell you what I love, but I never eat anymore, is like Thai food, Indian food. We just don't have any of that up here. Fortnite's your food? Is that what you're saying? This is like, I don't know, some sort of synthetic grease that you got to put on there for the O-rings. I forgot it one time and came down here and there was just water everywhere. It was super fun. Oh, favorite game. Gotcha, dude. Yeah. It was fun. We used to go to, what was the big, there was a big, when we were living in Los Angeles, like video game conference there at the convention center we used to go to, which was cool. Get to see all the games, play them. I always loved Bethesda games. I always thought they did a cool job with their games. Again, I'm not up on it at all anymore, unfortunately. So I got no clue what they're putting out or if they're even still around, but they were a cool company. And again, I'm definitely not an expert at putting this stuff together. Kind of an expert at nothing, but a little bit curious about everything. It's one of the things you figure out living in the country is you get to learn how to do everything because it's way too expensive to have people come out to do everything for you. All foods besides pig. Oh, you love pigs? Do you raise pigs? I actually just moved some pigs with a buddy of mine a couple days ago. Little piglets. They're so cute. But man, they get smelly pretty quick. Not his food, yeah. I get that, man. I hope none of y'all are where those storms were coming through. There's some crazy storms out there recently. Going down south, a lot of my people were down in Arkansas in that area, and I think they were saying it was moving east. Yeah, and you definitely don't want pigs close to your house. that wouldn't be a good smell. Oh man, we may end up leaving these ones because I can't pop this. I wonder what the standard acreage is for pigs. They're cute as can be when they're little, but they grow to get big pretty dang quick. See if that'll do us any good. We may go change that other one. Let this one sit. And you know what? That's one of the things. As I got older, you figured out that I think I didn't understand when I was younger was. I feel like you think at some point you're gonna like have everything figured out, and things are gonna be like just super easy. But the older I get, the more I realize, like, if you're doing shit, if you're like doing things, then like there's gonna be snags. And whether it's like changing filters or building a career or whatever you're trying to do, finding a relationship, there's always I guess what I'm trying to say is like I figured out you just got to work through everything. At least for me, that's something I tell my boys is y'all are gonna have to work. If you want something, you're gonna have to work harder than everybody else for it, because we ain't lucky. And praise God, we are very blessed because we have air in our lungs, we're healthy. But I think whenever it comes to work, I had this like misguided notion that like, I don't know, you just get to a certain age and or you do things enough where like there would be no problems or troubles. Maybe I'm an idiot I don't know if you guys think that same way, but like I just thought that my whole life. And you start to realize like, oh no, like if I want something or I want something done, it's gonna take effort. These filters remind me of that. I've ever had one that stuck. Let's go ahead and change the one over here then. Grab this grease. And what's crazy about these systems is they're all wicked individual. Like they're all like specifically designed for the place, or at least these are up here. They design them specifically for the homes and the wells and all that good stuff. There we go. Yahtzee. Yahtzee. Boom, baby. The thing that sucks about living in a cold weather climate is like, this winter was great. I don't know where y'all are, but this winter was great. And it actually wasn't even that cold until January or February. And then we just got a ton of snow. And it was wicked cold, which is fine. You expect it living up here. But then by the time the cold comes, you're ready for it to go. And you get like in springtime, these periods where it'll be like 60 degrees outside and beautiful, snow's melted. It's unbelievable. You're like, okay, cool, spring's here, we can finally be outside. And then it'll snow another like 2 feet on you. And then it gets, you know, I never lived in a cold water, because this water's cold. I never lived in a cold weather climate, and people always talk about mud season, and I'd never known what the heck they were talking about, but I definitely know what they talk about living here, because when that snow melts, it gets nasty. And I'm a sucker. Every year we've been up here, I think it's winter's over, and it's not over. This water, y'all probably can't see it, but this water's wicked irony. I'll show you here. It looks like a rust factory in these filters whenever you clean them out. This one's actually not that bad, which that's awesome. Means it's doing its thing. I don't even know what reverse osmosis, like that. Don't want that in your water. I'm not entirely sure how reverse osmosis even works. Maybe y'all do, but it sure makes for good taste in water, that's for sure. Much better than drinking that. Nasty. Put my grease. This is half the deal with projects, is me just finding tools because I set something down. There we go. There we go. I think the two biggest things we had to get used to living in the country is, because I'm from Texas originally, and where we lived was like right on the border of rural or ag land and like suburbs. And so I was kind of around that, and then don't hold it against me, but we lived in California for 20 years. But the two biggest things I had to get used to moving back out to like kind of a more rural environment was, one, like come Sunday, you better have picked up everything you needed on Saturday. Now, like some places are open, but you better figure out what you need, which I think is a good thing because it makes it so that you kind of got to plan your life a little bit better. Not everything's last minute. And then the other thing that was cool is like living in a small town, which I think people that are from like really small towns don't necessarily appreciate, but I definitely do, is the accountability you have living in a small town, because you're going to see everybody a lot. And if you go to the grocery store and you're in a bad mood, you still better be nice, because you're going to see those people again. You're going to see their cousins and their kids, and I don't care if you're in a bad mood, and they don't care, and they don't really care if you explain it to them. You better be kind and nice and courteous, and I think that's good. I think that accountability brings out the best in us is in humans, because I definitely saw living in Los Angeles for 20 years that like lack of account, knowing that like you'd walk down the sidewalk, you'd go to the grocery store, and you knew you'd never see those people again. I think that's why in a lot of our bigger cities, there tends to be less thinking about other people. I don't know if that's a right thought process. I'd love to hear y'all's thoughts. But it's definitely something I've seen, because I remember it took me like 15 years of living in Los Angeles before I saw one person at the grocery store that I knew, and it was like the coolest thing, you know. Whereas like we move up here, and then the first week we're here, we go to the grocery store and see, 10 people that we know, which is cool. I love that. There's all these different filters for this thing too, so you got to make sure you get the right ones. Okay, so I was able to pop this one off, so I at least know which way I'm supposed to be turning that other one. So I know I'm not turning it the wrong way. And these things fit like stupid. You gotta get it in there just perfect. And it's like upside down, you can't hold it right. Maybe why people hire professionals to do things. But like I said earlier, it's just too hard because it gets so expensive having to hire somebody to come do everything. And I also think, like, as men, there's like certain things we should take pride in and do and understand. I think I've noticed as I've got older that it builds a certain character in you if you have to take care of something, or if you're the one that's responsible for it. And I think that's good. I think it's a really good thing. I think it's that same thing I was just talking about with accountability. You're being accountable for your life. You're doing things that, yeah, somebody else you could pay to do, and it'd probably save you some time, and they'd be in and out of there quicker, but I don't think that's always a good thing. This is the most stuck filter I've ever seen. This is unbelievable. I'm not going to let you down and quit. We got to get it. Okay, let's see if we can get a different angle. Come on, baby. Oh, man. Come on. Any of y'all have reverse osmosis in your home? A lot of people have it in their kitchen. Like I've noticed that under their sink or whatever, like in a little spout, or had it. It's a different kind of water. It tastes different. It sounds kooky, but it definitely does. Man. Come on, baby. Where'd you go, brother? Did you bounce out, grab something to eat? We were talking about food, make you hungry? Oh, man, golly. These. Oh, nice. What'd you go with? Not port rinds, obviously. Tell you what, I could use a drink of water, but can't turn the water back on until I get done switching these guys out. Keep hitting that pressure relief valve. That's what this thing is on top, and it's supposed to help you break it loose, but it's not doing that tonight. It's not wanting to do it. Whew. If y'all got any questions about moving out the country or homesteading or life or I don't know, anything, I just figured it'd be fun to hang out and kick it. Got this hat. I don't even know where this ranch is. I think it's somewhere in Oklahoma, but it's. I'm a Sooners fan. Hopefully there aren't any Texas fans out there. Hopefully you're not a Texas fan, but it's a cool little ranch outside of Norman, I believe. Well, these may just end up staying for now. Because it's not wanting to play ball. Yeah, I thought it was cool because it had the UT horns upside down, which, as a Sooner fan, you like seeing that. Man, come on. If all else fails, just beat on it, right? Isn't that how you do it? don't want that. Comes in from out. So I'm just tracking this down to make sure I've got all my, there's all these like little valves that you gotta turn off and on. Jeez, you gotta turn off and on. And if you don't, it creates like all this pressure in the system that makes it dang near impossible to get these things off. Let's see if we just fire it. But it should be empty. I'm not sure why this is. I was trying to break that seal loose, like maybe some of that water's solidified in there. I don't know, y'all got any ideas? I'll tell you what, if I'm pushing the wrong way, that's gonna be unbelievably tight. Oh, man. All right, there we go. Oh, I think I am. I think I was pushing the wrong way the whole time. I'm an idiot. No, because that wouldn't make sense. It screws on like that. It's got to be the other way. It's got to be. See if I can get some leverage on it. Nope. Like you saw in the last one, when these things pop, they douche you in a nice amount of water, which is super fun. Whew. I know, dude. That's what I know. But I don't know why. I can't freaking pop it. It's crazy. Lefty loosey. So it'd go this way, right? It'd go, if I'm looking at it from the bottom, what is that? That's counterclockwise, right? Lefty loosey. And it's not reverse threaded, but it won't freaking pop. I'm glad I'm not crazy, dude. Because that's what I was just thinking. I was like, everything goes left unless it's reverse thread. So this thing's just freaking jammed. Let me just knock on it with this. Let's see if I can. I mean, this just looks ridiculous. See if there's maybe like calcium and crap that gets in there. Dude, I don't know. It's like life. Just kind of make it up as I go. Wait. Lefty. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, I'd go that way. This is ridiculous. Oh man. Thought I'd come on here, it'd be like a quick stream, just be able to put it together. Nah, why would it be? Man. Let's see. I mean, it's not even budging. Maybe if I run, where did that screwdriver go? I brought it over here. Maybe if I run that up in there, that'll loosen something up. I don't know. calcium or something. I'm not seeing anything. It looks like it should come out. Pisser. Tell you what, my hands are gonna be sore tomorrow. Oh my. Wow, those filters might be staying unless y'all got any other ideas. Phone's about to die out on me, sorry y'all. I don't know, let's give it one more shot, right? Then if not, I'll give it another go tomorrow. I think my best bet's like this. No, that's not even. Lefty loosey. No love. I think I'm gonna end up leaving those filters on, which is, it's fine. It's not ideal, but you don't have to change all of them if you're changing some of them. At least that's the way I'm gonna justify it tonight. It was fun hanging out with you guys. Should we give it one more shot? Yeah, I'll give it one more shot. Come on. Let's do it. Oh, pop loose for us. Let's go. Come on. All right, let's get that nice and snug. Let's. I don't think tonight's our night. I don't think tonight's our night. Yeah. All right. So that's how you halfway change the filters on an RO system. Thank y'all for stopping by. This was fun hanging with y'all. It was a good time. It's way fun to do this with other people, because then Larry, I can know that, yeah, I don't know. I can know that I'm not crazy trying to tighten it up and put it off the wrong way. But we'll see y'all in the morning. We do in the morning at 7 a.m. 7 a.m. our time, so we're mountain. So 8 Central, 9 Eastern, and then 6 Pacific. We do a prayer and just giving our day up to the Lord before we get everything started. Just turning it over to Him. So love to have you guys join, anybody that doesn't already join. Larry's awesome. Larry's on there. And we just love being able to give our day, the first of our day, really over to Him, because for me, I don't know, it really makes a difference whenever I do that, because it kind of charts a course, sets everything in the right direction. Because I think, I don't know about y'all, but I can have a tendency to veer off, focus. You know, I want to do X, Y, and Z, but whenever I start my day laser focused in a direction, I tend to chart that course and stick with it. So love to see y'all there tomorrow morning. Yeah, we'll get this baby done some other time. We'll see y'all. Great hanging.